Doctor here at ImageLift. In this video, we are going to talk about something that is so important to your best cosmetic results: credentials. How do you know if your provider has the right credentials? And let's be specific. We're talking about board certification in the area that you are being treated in, right? So here at ImageLift, as a center of excellence, I carry 2 board certifications, one in facial plastic and reconstructive surgery, one in head and neck surgery. 2 board certifications, and I'm going to talk about what that means. And we're a center of excellence. I've done over 4,000 facelifts under local anesthesia. Facelift filler laser treatments, I've done over 20,000 filler treatments. So you're getting a different level of experience when other providers have only done maybe 5 or 10% of the volume that we do. Now, why is this important? I want you to think about this. 330 million people in the United States. Do you know how many of them are doing cosmetic procedures? A lot. A lot of them are doing them, and most people go to non-board certified practitioners. And this is critically important that your office has these credentials, because people are getting into trouble. We see it all the time, and there is a great fear amongst patients. Patients come in all the time, they're like, "Don't make me look crazy." And I'm like, okay, you can catch your breath. You're safe here, okay? That's not what happens here, but it's still happening out there. How do you protect yourself? If you're someone who saying, "I want to do a treatment, but oh my gosh, what if?" You need to listen to this video. So what does it mean to have the right credentials? Because I'll tell you, when I have a patient, I just recently had a patient come in, had a treatment done, told me how painful, didn't like the results, provider wouldn't help them, provider wouldn't follow up, and they feel stuck. They paid the money, they got a result they're not happy with. You need to come to the right place that you can follow up. What does it mean to have the right credentials? So in my training, right, I did 5 years of college, I did 4 years of medical school, I did 5 years of surgical training, and 1 additional year of fellowship. That was 15 years. I've been practicing now 15 years, just as long as I've been training. There is a big difference when you have that level of credentialing and training. And board certification means that as a doctor, you have to pass a test, you have to stand in front of other board certified doctors who have gone through this rigorous process, and they're going to ask you questions, and they're going to say, "Yeah, you know what you're talking about." They're going to say, "Mm-mm." You have to pass oral boards, written boards, you submit case logs, and you have to do your maintenance of certification. You have to keep up your credit. So there is a standard that many cosmetic providers, they're not being held accountable to. Now, on social media, there is so much messaging that we get that it looks good. It's on TikTok, and my kids are showing me a TikTok video every day. I'm going, "Dad, did you see this video? It lasts about 8 seconds long." They're like, "Ha, ha, ha." Well, now when you're seeing cosmetic treatments on TikTok, you got to be like, wait a minute. I mean, you cannot use that reliably as good patient education. You are taking a test, and you are going to get a grade on your test. And the test is, did you do your research? You know if you did your homework. Did you do your research on your provider? Did you do your research on your treatment? You got to learn these things, right? If you have a driver's license and you're driving a car, there's only one way. You had to learn how to drive, you had to pass the test, and you got to get out on the road and do it. And guess what? It's the same with your face. You need a cosmetic license, a face license to get the right treatment. You've got to do your research. You've got to have the conversations with the providers, do some treatment, see how it goes, right? Come back and do more, say, "Okay, I've got this, I get it." And so there is no substitute for this process, and people are getting it wrong every day. So this is the right conversation. This is the right video to protect, to prevent. These conversations, some people just, the eyes roll, "Oh my goodness," right? So, you know, my kids are teenagers. They're the best kids. And they have a special skill about rolling their eyes. Like if I start talking to them and talk, like, "Oh, Dad, oh my goodness." And then as they get older, they have come back to me and said, "Yeah, you were right about that, Dad." Okay, well, we're going to have this conversation, right? If you're saying, "Oh, but they're a good provider, but they're really kind and sweet, but they have these pictures." How many procedures have they done? Ask specifically, what are their credentials for your provider? If they're not able to give you an answer that you are happy with, go seek a provider and see the difference, compare, and see for yourself. Sometimes we'll say, well, I'm here, I'm comfortable with this. If you've got a provider, are they doing little treatments? What's going on? Or your friend sent you and you don't know. You need more than one consultation to really see. Now, I will tell you, when patients come to our office, often they'll tell us we're the last consultation, because once they come here, they're like, oh my gosh, you guys are so prepared. Your staff, we have over 30 staff here just to focus on our offices. Our preparation, our information, our tools, our books, our videos. I mean, we've done the whole 9 yards. Patients say, okay, I've got more than enough. I've got what I need. But that comes from someone who is board certified, right? This is going to help you look natural. This is going to help you keep safe. This is going to make sure that your investment is well spent, well invested in you. You do not want someone practicing on the face. No practicing. We had a student come through just yesterday. And in fact, I talked to 2 students. And we love it when the students come through and they're learning, and we're so proud of them, and we're giving them information, and they're like, their eyes are open, like, oh, this is great. They're just drinking from the fountain. I remember when I was a student, right? And we're so proud of Deja. She's a first-year medical student at University of Florida, and she is a confident person, speaks well. She wants to do plastic surgery around the eye, and we're cheering her on. We're here to support her. And the student is a part of life. But don't let your cosmetic provider be a student. Now, we're always students and we learn, but you need the expert. You need the credentials. It matters. The research has shown your results are more likely to be better. You're more likely to look natural. Safety standards are higher, right? In this world, we take risks. We get into our car, we're driving, and there's risks, things can happen. But if you stay in your lane, you don't speed, you're not distracted, you're going to have a much safer drive. And when you're doing cosmetic treatments, if you stay in your lane, do your research, do your homework, make sure your provider is credentialed, board certified in facial plastic and reconstructive surgery, board certified in head and neck surgery. These are the things that you need now. We're still on our holiday, so I certainly would like to remind you, make sure you're visiting our page, because we have education, information, and we have specials. For those of you people that want to do a little something extra, we'll help you do things the right way. We are on a mission to stop bad plastic surgery. We're here to help you raise your standards, and it does require some effort from you. Listen, if you're just listening and say, okay, I'm listening, I'm taking it in, you have to do something. At some point you say, okay, I'm going to do my research. I'm going to look this up, I'm going to watch this video, I'm going to see what's going on, I'm going to talk to people, I'm going to look at the reviews. You've got to do your homework. And write that down. If you're writing this down on your checklist, write this down. What are the reviews, patient reviews? What is the board certification credentials? How many treatments have they done for the procedure that you want? Right? I have patients all the time that say, look, we're just focusing on the face. They go to a provider, they get an opinion, and it's a doctor that they know how to do a facelift, but they're not a center of excellence. What is the level of experience in that category that you are looking for? Or even fillers. Anybody can inject in the face, anyone. But have they done 20,000 syringes? This is artistry. Settle for nothing less than the very best. You're worth it. And the most expensive cosmetic treatment is the inexperienced, or sometimes the discounted treatment, because you have to pay to redo it. So we're honored to be a part of our patients' lives. Yesterday we had the most beautiful patient experiences, hugs and joy, and we're so proud of our patients because they made the decision to say, I'm going to do this. They had the courage to invest in themselves when they're thinking, I need to do this for someone else, I've done this, I've had a loss in the family, or I've had, I've gone through personal medical illness, whatever it is, and now they said, you know what, I want to do something that makes me feel good. And when you do that, do it the right way. I will tell you, to wrap up this story, myself, I needed a medical treatment. I needed a surgical treatment. I found out I had a little pituitary adenoma, right? And that's about a little bit bigger than the size of a grape, about 1.5 centimeters. Under my eye nerves, touching my carotid arteries inside my brain. I had no symptoms. We found it accidentally. The world turns upside down, right? What am I going to do? What do I tell my family? What do I tell my kids? What do I tell my office? What do I tell my patients? So now I'm looking for experts. I'm on the phone with 20 neurosurgeons figuring out, okay, who do I need to talk to? Who's the best in this? And I spoke to a lot of neurosurgeons that said, hey, I can take care of you. I can do surgery on that and remove it. And we said, we're going to watch this a little bit. They saw some changes. We said, we need to take care of this. And I found the board-certified credentialed doctor who not only had the credentials, they had the experience. They had done over 2,000 of these pituitary adenomas. And Dr. Daniel Kelly out in Santa Monica, California. I went to the person. I went out there, had my treatment done. He went everything through the nose, took that out. 8 days later, I was back in my office operating, treating patients. It's like it was a true miracle, because those things can grow and get big, and then it's a real big problem, and you don't want it to grow and get big in that sensitive area. And I'm telling you this because when it matters, get the best. Credentials, experience. Don't trust everything you see on social media and TikTok, and there's a lot of great Instagram videos out there, but be careful. And it mattered for me. He saved my life. And today, where I get up and I'm saying, I have no symptoms. I feel amazing. I feel healthier than I ever have in my entire life. I had my workout this morning. I get to be there for my wife. I get to be there for my kids. It means so much to me. And your cosmetic treatment is no less important. We want to do this the right way so that you feel your best. It's going to give you an energy. Patients tell me this, and I was not prepared for how good it was going to make me feel. It made me feel to have that treatment done. So just makes the shoulders go back, the smile's a little bit bigger, and so credentials. That is the take-home message. Please share this with someone that you know that they're considering treatment. Let them see this, because this will protect them. This is the safety belt that you need, the seat belt, to make sure that you are doing everything you can to stack the deck in your favor. You can get amazing results. It is remarkable what we can do today. 30, 40 years ago, they could not achieve what we can achieve today. So we're here to give this to you. It is truly an honor to be a part of this with you. I commend you for doing your research and doing your homework. If you're watching this video, give us a call. We're happy to do a consultation so we can create a plan for you from a board-certified, credentialed provider practitioner from our office at ImageLift. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. And remember, everything worthwhile starts with a smile, and it starts with credentials and board certification. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.